and go there. And now I see, okay, Bob wants to remove this participant, but it's currently calculating the key. And when the key calculation from Carol is ready, because I deleted it, I can say, okay, yes, I agree to remove this participant. I remove him, and hopefully we will see who has voted for what. So yes, that's it. So, what is not inside currently is the thing with the tables and the thing with the, okay, 10 minutes, the thing with the recognizing who has cheated and these things. So there's a lot of things to do, and currently you have to trust the server that he delivers the right JavaScript code. So because there's no mechanism, as we have in Java applets, that the server sends some signed JavaScript code. So at least I know none mechanism in this way. So the solution I have some students at the moment who implements this as a Java thing. So then you can download the Java source from an external web page where you trust the developers of this, and then you can vote and these things. Yes, so there are some issues, but at the end it should work, everything. So we can skip the things here and come to the conclusion. Yes, so it's a novel scheme for privacy-enhanced event scheduling. It scales in the number of time slots without any central trust. I already implemented it, and what I want to do as next is, of course, I want to implement the missing features, then make some performance measurements. So because there are other schemes which are really e-voting schemes you can find in the net. So, and just look how this scales against this one. And I have some more features, I already said. So, and as you already asked for the features, I can show you what, the thing what I want to do is, okay, at first, of course, I want to mix this, that you have at the top this privacy enhanced version, and at the bottom for all the people who do not want to have HTML5 or do not want to use this and whatever, do not want to wait, use this version. And of course, what you said is, I want to do some complex decision rules where you can say, okay, so because we had this problem, so we had some doodle poll and from 13 participants, and we needed some telco, and of course the date with the most participants was 9 or something like that. So, and they said, of course there are 9, but at another time slot there are 8 participants, but from every institute, so we had the Frankfurt Goethe Institute, IBM, and some other universities, and they said, okay, from every institute, some other, there are participants from every institute, and I want to do this with some, again, more tables in the background, and do several polls with this, so that you have below more than one sum, because of course you have now less features for the decision at the end, because it's privacy enhanced. Hey. Okay, so this is then in addition. So I think we don't have time to show you how I can prevent how to detect the -1 cheater, but I can show you in 4 eyes, I think. Or if you don't have questions now, are there other questions?
Can you detect the +2 cheater also?
Yes, yes, of course. Okay. Like the -1 cheater.
Okay. Is it possible to implement the deadline instead of, because it's
yes, of course. Yes, of course, it's possible in the first thing to just implement some deadline where everybody gets an email. This is easy. But what I thought of was something like a threshold scheme, but I have no idea how to implement it at the moment. So that saying, so if 60% voted, we decrypt everything. But I have no idea at the moment. But I will think about this.
This would be evil because maybe some people are very quick and they overvote the slow people. So
yes, maybe.
Could be evil, especially if you do something by automatic means.
Yes, of course. Kicking out voters is evil anyway. So because think of you have Alice, Bob, and Mallory, and Mallory holds Bob's vote back and says, okay, please kick Bob out here, and Bob already voted, and no, he's not available, please send me all the keys from Bob. Yeah, I can decrypt his availability pattern afterwards. Of course, you can do such things. Yeah.
So, have you looked at, because you implement as a Web 2.0, but I like Internet 1.0 things, so have you looked at instant messaging? So because you can have all the people real-time online, do all the negotiations real-time, just do a sweep over the whole calendar to do a pre-calculation in front of...
Yes, of course, but so for the stream, the question was if doing this inside an instant messaging application, so to do it in real time and to make to not have the constraints of this message exchange and these things. No, I have not looked at it because I do not want to have such a scheme, because I think it's a more common scenario that the people just go to some website, want to click something, and then it's away, and they do not want to install something. So this is, for us, of course, it's valid. For us, the geeks who wants to install this and say, ah, yeah, great, I have this cool new thing, and it integrates into my Java, it's an extension specified in XMPP, and great. And,
actually, it makes sense, because people in the corporate environment will have something like exchange, do that for them. You can do mapping, lots of interesting things before you make people vote on stuff, so that you don't bother people with, I have to do all kinds of voting.
Yes, of course, I see this scenario, but I think the more general thing which reaches more people at the moment is such an application which just runs zero footprint out in the browser. So, because then you can, of course, think of an Outlook plugin which just manage everything in the background and these things. Of course, I think you can do this. Yeah. But I first wanted to look at these things, yeah. Huh?
What's the license of the code?
It's all GPL. It's 8GPL 3. Okay?
What about the feature for the boss or the nobleman to be more than the other people?
Yes, so I thought this feature is included, so the question was about a feature that somebody count more than others. I thought this feature you can express with this feature. So if you have these 3 people are worth 3 and these 3 people are worth 2, and afterwards you have the sum of all the worth 3 people, and you can calculate this times 3 plus this, and then you have this, the current thing.
Okay, but you have to put them extra. So maybe
Yes, and, okay, I not thought about making this really explicit inside this.
that everybody has to buy his votes from the server. And so the richest man maybe buys 100 votes, and he can vote 100, and the poor man only can vote 1.
Yes, but do you want to have this such a scheme?
You have the number of the votes that are on sale, and then you have the number of votes that are sold, and then you can say, okay, from the sold votes, I do the summing stuff. So if somebody bought maybe 20 votes, then you don't put 1 or 0, he puts 20. And then you have to calculate with 20.
Yes, but then you have then you have many other things where you can attack the scheme. So now, because then you allow this +2 voter and this +3 voter.
You have to put this in the calculation, so that somebody bought 20, and then you have to adjust the calculation in this way.
So yes, I think one could think about this, but I don't know if it's a valid scenario which we want to have in the real life, so I don't know.
The most straightforward way, of course, is to give your boss 2 or 3 accounts.
Yes, of course. Give him 3 accounts and then he can vote 3 times. Yeah. So, okay. So, then I thank you for your attention. And, yeah.